We have only seen how we can print on the console, but we have not seen how we can retrieve the user's input and do something with that. For example, if I write a print statement over here, what is your name? And if I run that, as you can see, it just prints that, and I cannot write any input here. As you can see, I'm trying to type something here, but it is not working because this is just a print function and its job is to print something on the console. That's it, and the program stops there. But what if we want the user to be able to give us an input and we should be able to retrieve that input? Well, in that case, we can use another function known as the input function. It is the exact same as the print function, but instead of print, we just write input. And now if I run this, as you can see, we got the same thing printed, but in here we have a little cursor where if I try to type, as you can see, I can type anything I want in here, and if I hit enter, what it's going to do is it is going to replace this line of code with whatever I wrote over here. So I wrote Muqtadir, it is going to replace this line of code with Muqtadir. So let's look at how this works. First we have a print and then a prompt for our user. After that, it prints that prompt which we gave. In this case, it's just a prompt for the user. And then there's a cursor like this. Sometimes it could be flashy where it is disappearing and appearing, and sometimes it can just be solid like in our case. Now that we know how the input function works, let's try to do something with it. What we can do is we can write a print statement inside which we can retrieve the user's input and then say hello to them like this. First we are using the print statement and opening parentheses, then our quotes. In this case I'm using double quotes, and then hello. We are going to give a space since we want a space after the name which we are giving, and then we are going to use string concatenation to concatenate this hello with this input. After that, we have given our closing parenthesis for the input function but not for the print function. So let's give a closing parenthesis for that as well. And then I'm going to be extending this a little bit so that we can see this clearer. We have our print statement, then our hello. We have a space since we want a space between the hello and the name. And then we are using string concatenation and concatenating this string with whatever string the user provides. If I run this code, as you can see, it's asking for my name, and when I provide my name, it's saying hello and then my name like this. I will explain this one more time. What's happening is that we are having an input statement which is getting printed on the console, and then the user has to give an input to the input statement or the function, and then when we give this input, this function is completely replaced with the string Muqtadir because we gave that. If I would have given John, this would have been replaced with John. Now after I gave this input and this input function got replaced, what it did is it concatenated this piece of string with this piece of string, resulting in hello Muqtadir getting printed. We are going to be looking at another final topic in this video, and that topic is commenting. Sometimes when you come back to your code 2 to 3 months later, you don't get what's going on. So we have a handy feature, comments, which you can do by using the hash sign or the pound symbol, and then after that anything you write here, anything, it doesn't matter, whatever you write, code is going to be completely ignoring this piece of line, meaning for the code this line wouldn't even exist, but for us we can just look at this and then understand what's going on like so. Now if I run this, as you can see, the code completely ignored these two lines and it went on to the third line, which was actual code, and then asked for my name and it printed that. So the code worked completely fine, but in here we get the advantage of knowing how the code works. The input function is used to retrieve the user's input, and the print function is printing that with hello. In the next video, I have a coding exercise for you which you can do to test your knowledge of the input function. So for all of that and more, I'll see you there.